Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite products from the month of November. This is probably going to be my last favorites video of the year because I usually upload my December favorites in January. So it's crazy that this year is coming to an end, but I have a few beauty products that I want to share with you, and then I also have a home product that I want to share with you at the end. I feel like this month especially, and the month before that, there have been so many makeup launches, so I've been trying so many things. And even though I've been trying so many things, I feel like the list that I have or the products that I have for this month isn't too long, and I feel like that's because there are so many things that have launched to the point where I haven't had enough time with each product to really figure out what's my favorite or not. Some things are definitely pretty obvious after I try them, how much I love them, and then I reach for them consistently. So a couple of these products I feel like I mentioned a while back, but it's just now that I have decided to put them in a favorites video because I finally had time with them. So let's just get right into it. The first thing I wanted to mention is a foundation, and I've been trying a lot of foundations recently. I've been enjoying so many actually, but I'm gonna put this in a favorites video. I tried this last month and I finally been able to wear it enough to where I really enjoy it. It's been my favorite go-to foundation for more glamorous occasions, definitely. It's this one right here. It's the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. This gives such a beautiful airbrushed finish. It looks amazing on the skin. When you first apply it, it has the most unique texture. It's so beautiful, but I love how it's not drying matte. It looks very natural on the skin still somehow, even though it definitely looks like more of a foundation because of the coverage that it gives. I feel like it doesn't dry the skin, and I really enjoy that. You guys know how much I've been loving the NARS Matte Concealer recently, and so this in combination with that is really like an airbrushed match made in heaven. So that's actually what I'm wearing as well. I'm wearing this concealer under the eyes and in the T-zone, and then I've got the foundation all over the face. I didn't wear a primer either. I actually prefer this foundation without a primer. I feel like it wears better that way, but you can still see that like my natural oils are showing through. I've actually had this makeup on for a couple hours now. So it's not a completely matte foundation, but it still balances out the skin in the sense that it doesn't look too dewy either. I've really enjoyed it, so I wanted to make sure to put that in this month's favorites video. So during the recent Sephora sale, I picked up a few things, and out of those things that I picked up, I'm still developing my opinion on all of the others, but this is the product that I knew that it was going to be in my favorites video, and I haven't put it down since. And unfortunately, it is the most expensive thing that I bought during the sale. It's from Gucci, which is insane that I even own a Gucci bronzer, but it's a bronzer and it is so beautiful. I have absolutely loved this. I have basically worn it every single day. It's the bronzer I'm wearing all over the skin today. Now, listen, you guys. I am not by any means saying that any of you guys need to spend $60 on a Gucci bronzer because that's how much it costs. I personally, I love makeup. I'm a makeup collector. This is what I do for a living. So I knew that I wanted to invest in something like this. It's just my favorite thing to spend money on is makeup. So for me, these are the kinds of things that I like to buy. And this is one of the splurges that I've made recently where I was glad that I splurged, if that makes sense. The formula is so beautiful. This shade specifically works amazing for fair skin tones. It's the shade 01, and it's just perfect. I can tend to be pretty heavy-handed when it comes to bronzers, so it's nice to have a formula that's forgiving and a shade that's forgiving to where I can really build it up as much as possible, and it still looks natural. So I have been absolutely loving this, plus the packaging is to die for, so it's been sitting on my desk. It's so beautiful to look at, but also I've been using it literally every day. In a recent full face of nothing new that I did this month, I discovered this blush. I don't even know how I had never tried this before, and it's interesting because even though it was a full face of nothing new, this was still new to me. I don't think I had ever tried it before, but I'm so glad that I found this in my collection before that video because I've been wearing it literally every day since. Sometimes I'll wear it by itself, but a lot of times I also use it as a blush topper. It's this blush right here. It's from NARS and it's in the shade Bumpy Ride. I have not heard anybody talk about this shade. I feel like it's been around for a long time. NARS blushes in general are, you know, pretty iconic, so maybe it's just me that hasn't heard about this shade before. Maybe everyone knows about it, I don't know. But this is such a unique color. It's definitely one that leans more spring, summer, maybe. Well, you know what? No, I still feel like it works for winter because it's got that soft pink undertone, but it has like a really beautiful cool toned sheen to it. Let me see if this will show up on my hand at all. I'm gonna kind of try to build it up and swatch it so you can get an idea of the sheen that it has. Okay, so here it is right here, and you can tell that in certain lights you can really see that baby pink, but then in other lighting it literally almost looks like a highlighter. See how much it reflects? So that's why I really enjoy using this as a blush topper sometimes, if I want that pop of color with a little bit of a glow. But today I'm actually using it on its own, and you can kind of see as I move my face. I do have a highlighter that I'm going to talk about as well, but hopefully you can kind of see in the cheek area when I move my face, that shift really shows up and it just makes the face look so fresh. I have loved it. I don't know what it is about like luminous blushes lately. I used to really steer clear from those, especially since I tend to have texture on my cheeks, which I still do get every once in a while, but I feel like it's improved. So maybe that's why I've been more into these types of blushes. I don't really know. Point is, this is such a beautiful blush and I'm so happy that I discovered it, even though it literally has been sitting in my collection for who knows how long. I have no idea how long I've owned it, but it feels brand new to me. So the next product I wanted to mention is actually one that I used to use all the time. And I was getting ready earlier this month and I was going through my drawers just trying to pick out, you know, some good everyday products, and this highlighter was sitting at the top of my drawer. I've been reorganizing a lot of my beauty room in hopes that I can eventually someday film a beauty room tour, but who knows when that's going to happen at this point. This is a much bigger project than what I anticipated. So anyway, some of my older products have kind of been sitting at the top since I've been going through stuff. And I grabbed this one day and I applied it, and then I was like, why did I stop using this highlighter? It's the highlight that I have on the tops of my cheeks today, and you guys are going to totally know what this is. I know so many of you guys enjoy this, but this is from The Balm. It's the Mary Luminizer highlighter. This used to be my absolute favorite. I'm so glad that I kind of rediscovered it again this month. It has been sitting right here on my filming desk for when I get ready because it just works so well, especially for everyday types of looks. I feel like it just melts into my complexion and I'm able to really build it up, but it doesn't ever look chalky. It doesn't ever look like too much. Do you know what I mean? It's just a great highlighter. So I wanted to mention that again as kind of like an honorable mention since I've already used that, and I'm sure it's in a few of my favorites videos over the years, but I kind of fell in love with it all over again. All right, next up, this is something that is definitely newer to my collection, but again, it's one of those products that as soon as I tried it, I knew it was special, and I've been using it so consistently ever since I tried it, even though I've tried it pretty recently, and that is the new ColourPop and Raw Beauty Kristi collection. So she launched an eyeshadow palette, which is this right here. So beautiful. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes. I've actually done 2 other videos using this palette, which I'll have linked down below, but I just used like some of the purple tones in here, and then I actually used the shade Evergreen on the lid, and then I topped it with the Super Shock Shadow from the same collection in the shade Olympic. That's what's on my eyes. This collection is so beautiful, and I feel like the Super Shock Shadows especially are stunning, but the eyeshadow palette is just amazing, and I feel like it is something that actually adds to my collection, and it's a way for me to get creative and a little bit out of my comfort zone while staying in my comfort zone because the shades are a little bit more muted. So you're playing with color, but it's not neon, you know? So I feel like it's a little bit more approachable, it's a little bit more wearable that way, and it's just beautiful. I also really have enjoyed the eyeliners as well. It's just such a solid collection, and I know it just recently came out, but it has consistently inspired me, and I've dipped into it so much since receiving it and since trying it out. So I wanted to make sure to mention that as well. This next product is actually something that I tried recently as well, and I've been using these every single day since I tried them. They're the new Nabla lip liners, and honestly, I haven't even tried all of the shades yet. I mostly use the shades 1 and 2, which I will swatch for you. It comes in 6 different shades. Here they are right here. The packaging is gorgeous, but I will just swatch numbers 1 and 2 for you guys. So these are the Nabla Close Up Lip Shapers, and the shade Nude 1 is what I will swatch for you first. It's this really beautiful kind of muted pinky beige. So good for every day. But nude number 2 actually shocked me because I normally would reach for a shade like nude number 1 a little more, but I've been reaching for nude number 2, which is a little bit more brown beige. They look kind of similar on the hand, but when you put them on the lips, they're actually very, very different because I like to line and fill in my lips with them. They look gorgeous on their own, by the way, but I've been really enjoying nude number 2 with a lipstick that I bought a while back. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Wedding Bells lipstick, which is a little bit more of a rosy tone, but that's what I've got on my lips. I've been wearing this pretty often, and I actually have really enjoyed this on a more natural makeup day, which sounds kind of strange, but I've been doing this thing where I kind of just do a more basic base makeup, and then that usually includes the Mary Luminizer highlighter, also the NARS blush, and then I'll use the Gucci bronzer, and then this lip liner and this lipstick. It looks natural, but it also makes you look more done up than if you just threw a lip gloss on. I don't know what it is about this combo specifically that I love for every day recently, but I've loved it. You can't really tell the effect that it would give because I do have, you know, more bold eyes, but just maybe picture what it might look like with a more subtle eye. I don't know. It's just been like my go-to lip combo for every day, and it also works for a more glamorous situation. So been loving those. And then last but not least, I've been meaning to mention this for the past probably 2 months, and I keep forgetting, and it's been on my list. And so I'm finally gonna be able to talk about this. I've mentioned this brand before. This is my home thing, by the way, but this fall candle is so good. It was definitely my #1 burned candle this year. This is from the brand Arderbin. I discovered this brand earlier this year. It is so incredible. I placed an order and just immediately fell in love when my candles arrived. I have since been in touch with the founder of the brand because it is a smaller brand, which I love, and she was so kind and sent me these 2 candles, which I'm so grateful for. So thank you, Latrice, for sending these to me. But this scent, Pumpkin Pimenter, oh my gosh, you guys. This is such an incredible fall scent. And every time I talk about candles, I will tell you that I really don't usually reach for sweet scents. They tend to give me a headache. This one, however, somehow smells like baked goods, but does not give me a headache. It just fills up my house with the best pumpkin smell ever. My husband is even obsessed with this. I mean, you can see how much we've used it, and I literally just got it. I am obsessed with this candle. It's so good. And even though we're approaching Christmas, you should still get your hands on this because it's a limited edition. I mean, unless she brings it back next year, I hope she does because it's that good. Actually, I feel like it should be a permanent scent in the line. It's just incredible. But anyway, moral of the story is you all need your house to smell like that candle. But also, she sent me this one too, and this one is beautiful. This is also from Arderbin. This is called Lavender Moon, and it smells exactly like you think it would. This one smells so fresh. It almost smells like clean laundry, but in a very bougie way. It's not very linen-y. You definitely get that lavender scent in there, but it's dreamy and it makes my house smell really clean and really fresh and inviting. I love these candles so much. I can't wait to keep collecting them. They also have wooden wicks in them, which kind of crackle. If you guys have ever burned a candle that has a wood wick, it's just even more cozy and more inviting. I'm just obsessed with this brand. And I've been meaning to talk about those 2 candles for so long, so I'm glad that I finally remembered to do that. But anyway, she has so many gorgeous candles on her site, so I will have her website linked down below. Another one of my favorites, which I've mentioned before, is the candle called Bloom. It's floral, so if you're not really into florals, maybe you wouldn't like it, but the thing is, I'm not usually into florals either, and it's my favorite. It's like such a good floral candle, so if you're someone like me and you don't usually like florals, but you kind of want to, you should try Bloom. It makes your house smell like a fresh bouquet of flowers. And one last thing, if you can't tell, I'm obsessed with these candles, but another thing I love about them is the scent is strong enough to fill up your house, but it's not overpowering. It's just like the perfect balance. It's so good. It makes my house smell amazing. And these have just really been mood boosters for me over the past couple of months because they're just just a whole vibe with the scent, with the packaging, with the wood wick. I don't know. It's my favorite thing ever. So I wanted to make sure to put those in this favorites video finally. And I think that's it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I usually am. Every time I end a favorites video, I realize that I forgot to talk about something else. But I really feel like that was all I was intending to talk about this month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there weren't too many products, but hopefully that was fun for you guys to hear what I've been loving this month. I would absolutely love it if you guys would comment in the comments what you guys have been enjoying this month. I want to know if we have any similarities. I want to know if there's anything that you've discovered that you think I should try. So be sure to leave a comment down below. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it from me today. I hope you guys have an incredible day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.